Dr. Courtney. I'm Dr. Leah.
This is Dr. Sylvia.
And we are
Three Friends Talk.
Hello.
Hey, friends.
Hey, friends. It's Wednesday night. You know what that means.
Sex with me so.
No, that's what that means on Wednesday night.
Right.
DJ
is on fleek tonight.
Hit a switch on a
I thought
fake
Wednesday
nigga
night
like
it was
the
just another
station.
episode of Three Friends Talk.
Sex with
Clearly it's
me
not.
so amazing.
Okay, that's all y'all
So
get.
again, it's Wednesday night.
Hey,
It's another episode of Three Friends Talk.
Dr.
Friends Talk.
Sylvia, what is on
Three
your
Friends.
mind?
Don't act like
tonight.
Why are y'all acting like that was not the plan?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah!
I'm not the DJ. I am
You know
not
what?
the DJ. So
You know what? You know what? That was the plan. That was the plan.
You say so.
Oh, you know what? I actually have a witness because I sent the plan to our guest. So I'm going to ask her if that was on the plan tonight. But with that said, welcome to another episode of Three Friends Talk. We are live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. EST. And say hi in the comments, y'all.
Hey, new friends. Hey, friends. So, I guess everyone has already subscribed to Three Friends Talk. If not, you should be doing that right now. And, on your favorite streaming platform, whatever you like to listen to, make sure you leave us a 5-star review.
5 stars.
Yes, 5 stars.
5 stars. 5 stars.
5-star chicks.
Let me play some more music if you're gonna sing.
No.
Put that back off.
Okay. With that said, we will be discussing adult topics tonight. Adult topics tonight.
A disclaimer.
Warning.
Hide your kids.
Right. Hell no.
Because we've extended Love-uary into March. And shout out to all the women. We are 1 day post or 2 days post International Women's Day. Oh, was it yesterday? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Girl, these days.
1 day post International Women's Day, and it is Women's Month. So I'm feeling real
womanly.
Okay. Whatever that means. So Dr. Leah.
Hey.
How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. I just flew across town trying to get back to y'all because miss y'all. Love y'all.
Oh, you miss us?
Yeah.
Well, you look beautiful. You don't look like what you've been through.
Girl, telling you. Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you so much. What's been going on? What's going on in the world, Dr. Sylvia?
Well, have you used your home test? I never got mine, so
you still didn't get. Well, you know that you can order.
I saw you can order some more. I mean,
not your second batch, but maybe you can get this batch. But yeah, everybody, you can order your COVID test kits. Let me see. I have that website. So this is the second time around. I've heard that I didn't read to see when the cutoff is, but I think you should probably go ahead and do it this week.
Okay, I will do that this week so I can be in that number because I do have some travel plans and I need a self-test before I PCR test. So
I can hear y'all. Yay! Oh, sorry.
Praise the Lord.
I had technical difficulty. Oh, Lord. I can hear y'all. I can talk now.
It's okay.
Dr. Courtney's back, y'all.
Okay.
We're so glad to hear you.
Like this.
She was all up in the camera. I was like, is that helping?
I couldn't hear anything.
So, Dr. Courtney, what song were we supposed to play tonight?
I heard that. Okay. I heard that one.
I'm asking you to weigh in. Oh, she's back.
Right. Now that she can hear.
What's her name?
Her name
Yeah.
This is the Mariana. Yeah. In honor of tonight.
Yes. That's a second. Clearly in honor of tonight. Thank you. Say no more.
Yes.
Okay. So
I really have to say the name of the song?
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
Thank you.
I think we all know what the name of that song is.
So, Dr. Leah, did you say one of the home test kits you got was short dated? And let the people know what that means.
Actually, you know what? I don't have my example. So sorry. I'll take pictures and we'll add it to our
social media.
Yeah, we'll add to social media. It wasn't one that I was sent. It was one that I actually bought in store at a local pharmacy. Maybe a couple of months ago, but it is going to expire in a couple of days. So they seem to have or maybe I just bought one that was a little shorter dated. They seem to have a shorter expiration date. So yeah, when you said short dated, thinking that they might be sent with a date in the shorter range of expiring, like Dr. Courtney was talking about the other day. It has, that
solution in there.
Yeah, that it's the test reactive agent, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That
Rihanna.
No, not Rihanna. No. But yeah, just whoa, microphone failed. Hold on.
This is gonna be a great show, y'all.
It's my turn to have technical difficulty. Dr. Courtney, she disappearing.
Y'all are acting up tonight.
I'm really not. Look, I have to tell y'all what happened to me tonight.
Okay. But yeah, we're gonna tell y'all about those expiration dates on the kits.
Just watch the expiration dates. If you have a question about them, our DMs are always open, but check the dates, especially if you bought them a while ago, because the reagent, that comes with it, the solution, how about that comes with it, that's probably what is the thing that expires. So just make sure you look at that so you can get accurate results.
Yeah.
Dr. Courtney?
Can you hear me? Is that better?
Yes.
We hear you fine.
We can hear you.
This is like a test.
Okay, so
I know.
I almost missed the show. Y'all know I wasn't gonna miss it, but I was right on the cusp of being late. But I had to get my little sound system together. I was able to go outside again, and I attended a business dinner. So cool. I'm in managed care pharmacy, and we had our reps from Nova Nordisk to join, and it was a wonderful dinner. We used to join them on occasion prior to the pandemic, and so we were able to meet up with them again, had great conversation, and just hoping that we can partner with them and bring you guys some more information. They may want to collab with Three Friends Talk, so that's something that we'll be talking about and being able to bring more to the community through our platform. So great talks tonight.
It's fun to go outside, huh?
It is. It's good to be in person and connect with people again. It's something about virtual and what we're doing now, but really had some great conversations and hope to bring you guys some more information through them as well. So
speaking of in real life, that our chocolate brunch is coming up next month in Atlanta, Georgia at Black Coffee Co. on April 9th, the chocolate brunch after dark. So maybe some adult topics will be discussed then as well, but we're excited about that. We'll put the link in the comment section so you can get your tickets and be in the room.
April 9th, save the date. Yes.
April 9th, 7:30 p.m. Dr. Leah, so you've been to the doctor's office recently?
I was in the doctor's office. I went for my physical almost 2 or 3 weeks ago. And we kind of talked about a topic that we've discussed on the show before for our younger teenagers and even our adults receiving the Gardasil vaccine. So I did decide to receive it myself.
Good for you.
I think I did speak about having my son vaccinated when he was 12, 13, I believe.
I know we spoke about it privately and you were weighing the pros and cons.
Right.
But,
Yeah, so I decided to do it for myself. The interesting thing about the my decision and the appointment was the questions that were asked. I go to a nurse practitioner. I love her. She's great. One of Courtney Soros, and
She asked you.
we just talk we have our own girl talk.
Mm-hmm.
So, we kind of discussed, whether I should receive it or not. She's like, I mean, if you need to go home and think about it, that's fine. But, in this day and time, girl, you just need to be careful. And I'm like, oh, I'm careful. I'm good. So she was like going through the little questionnaire and she was like, okay, are you sexually active? And I was like, I would like to be. And
I'm gonna be very mature. Okay, continue.
so she was like, well, how many sexual partners? And I was like, business,
Did you
lady.
did you clutch your pearl?
Several times. Then she was like, okay, male or female?
What?
No,
Well,
it's
okay,
important. It's
ask
important
me.
to know. These are all great
We have
questions.
to ask Lee.
All great questions.
I definitely understand, but when someone comes to you with these questions and you're not prepared, you just like, ma'am.
And it's also about being inclusive because you don't want to assume somebody is sleeping with a certain person or,
That is correct. So then we continue on and she's like, okay, oral. And I was, ma'am.
Did you say yes, Leah? Is that what you said?
I was like,
You said yes, please.
I said something stupid. I can't even remember what I said. But I mean, the conversation went on and on, and just like Dr. Sylvia said, she explained why she has to ask these questions. She was like, "Girl, you would just wouldn't believe what I hear," and I was like, "Oh, I can definitely understand."
Well, shout out to her because some providers, after you're a certain age, they don't necessarily ask you about that vaccine. I've more in recent years. I've heard people talking about it and people requesting it at the pharmacy that are not in their teens. And women, I feel like men are on the train, the Gardasil train, especially older men with same-sex partners. Mm-hmm. But more and more women, I want the word to get out about that. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the questions at the time, they were a little invasive, but it's needed, and I understand. And then we went on, just for my physical, we went on to my social, history. And she was like, do you do drugs? No. You smoke? No. You drink? Yes. When? Occasionally. What do you drink? I'm like, are you taking me out tonight? What is going on? You asking about my sex life? You asking about my drinking habits? Are we going out? She's like, if you want to. Like I said, she's real cool. But yeah, she was like, oh no, I need to know what you're drinking. If this shows up on your labs is high and you drink whiskey, then I can, I was like, oh yeah, girl.
Did she ask you if you eat poppy seed buns?
Years ago, I don't remember this extensive conversation.
I told her the same thing. I was like,
but for
this was like 15 years
and she was saying, even like, even over the past couple of years with the quarantine and the pandemic, things just have changed so much. Mm-hmm. So, it was a great experience is what I'm trying to say. It was a little.
Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm saying that it's a great experience.
A great invasive experience
in regard to having a practitioner who really cares. And is assertive and like you said, not scared to ask those questions, right? Because I was like, girl.
And then she might have to ask some of those questions for insurance coverage because once you get a certain age, I have to check. I don't know what the age it is approved for in women, but I know it's higher in men.
It was, I want to say 45. Because we talked about that as well. And because she was like, well, I'm over the age range now. She's like, but I would, if I was single, I would consider getting it. And I was like, yeah, I feel you.
Even my dentist talked to me about it. And she told me she had gotten it and that it was an investment and because it prevents oral cancers as well. So, we didn't talk about what it's for. So go ahead and talk about that briefly. And then we're going to get into this guest intro.
Okay. Yeah. But, so, like I said, I decided to have my son vaccinated some years ago. Not that he's, anything is going on.
Yeah.
But it's to fight and prevent against let's see, let me go through the list. What is this? Cervical, like you said, oral, what else?
Anal, throat.
I'm about to say, it seems like it's something else, throat, but anything where you have any type of sexual contact. Correct.
Okay.
All of the above.
I don't know if
So it protects you from the HPV, the human papilloma
Right.
virus, which has been shown to cause certain types of cancers, cervical, anal, mouth, and throat cancers. So through the years, they've added on, I think it's up to 11 different virus strains that it covers. It started out with 4 years ago in 2011. So it's become more robust over time. And I remember when, was it Robert? No, I forget. One actor's, who's Selma Hayek married to? I forget. But he said that he got oral cancer from having oral sex. And so it's, oral sex is something that a lot of people are having. And
who you say Selma
I forgot
Hayek?
his name.
He's about to Google Selma Hayek.
He's
older.
You heard me say he old.
He is older.
I knew that.
But anyway, I'm excited. Dr. Leah got the HPV vaccine. And now I'm going to talk about our amazing guest. So
I can't say his name. Francois Henle.
No, Catherine Zeta-Jones' husband. That's
we talking about the
Douglas. Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas. There you go.
I'm about to say this.
Not Fatal Attraction.
I don't know this name.
I'm sorry.
Fatal Attraction.
My bad.
Michael Douglas.
All right. So our guest is one of the leading experts in women's sexual health. She's a board certified obstetrician, gynecologist, physician, and she is a nationally recognized speaker and consultant whose passion centers around empowering her patients and providing excellence in healthcare. In addition, she's a sought-after media expert regarding vaginal health, decreased libido, sex and relationships, and female orgasms. Again, we will be discussing adult topics tonight, so listen accordingly.
There goes that disclaimer.
Warning.
Our guest tonight is
going across the banner at the bottom.
Excuse me. I'm talking. Our guest tonight consistently educates her clients via her online TV show, Women's Libido Coaching Practice, and virtual Girls Night Out sessions. That sounds like fun. In addition, she provides her patients with the opportunity for virtual medicine visits for acute gynecologic care needs, even during the holiday seasons, leading with extraordinary diligence and over 15 years of women's health experience. She has become one of the premier experts and sought-after physicians in her community and is often called Dr. Feelgood by patients and colleagues. As a compassionate physician who prides herself on delivering through thorough and practical health care, her reputation for providing persistent excellence in healthcare has secured her the reputation as a noteworthy physician. I'm so excited to bring Dr. Brandye to the Three Friends Talk stage. Welcome.
Hey, Dr. Brandye.
Welcome.
Hello. Thank you.
We're
so excited. For being our super friend tonight.
I'm so excited. And with the way that the conversation was going, I was over here like, but call on me. I know the answer.
yes. Okay. Yes, we were struggling through. So for sure. We're going to circle back to that.
A lot going on.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Dr. Brandye, since you're our super friend tonight, we'd like to play a little game with you. If you've seen the show before, you know that we like to play a game called This or That. And this will give us an opportunity to ask you a series of questions. You blurt out the answer. I'll give you a couple of options. And that way our listeners to get to know you a little bit better. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. It is timed. I try to beat the buzzer, but I'll put 30 seconds on the clock and Dr. Leah is our timekeeper.
No pressure.
So, Dr. Leah is ready. So when I say go, you hit the button. And go. iPhone or Droid?
Droid.
Heels or sneakers?
Both.
Okay. Vacation or staycation?
Oh, these days, staycation.
Okay. Steak or seafood?
Both. I love them both.
Oh, you like it all. Late nights or early mornings?
Ooh, late nights.
Foot massage or back massage?
Foot massage.
Are you an introvert or extrovert?
I am an introvert.
Okay, rich friend or loyal friend?
Rich friend.
Love or money?
Love.
And my favorite, coffee, wine, or Hennessy? What's in your cup?
Right now, water. But wine.
Well, that was okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
See, that was easy. That was easy. Now, you're one of our few super friends that goes for the rich friend. I don't blame you. I'm just saying. Well, I got enough loyal friends. Let's pick the rich friend.
Right. I need somebody with some things.
Well, come with
So
the
you take
bag. Need the
So
bag.
you gonna drop us at some point? Is that what you're
No, I'm
trying
not gonna
to say?
drop you, but we all
No,
gonna go by the rich friend
we all
house.
gonna come together. If we have the
Okay,
one
okay.
She said
rich
she need
friend,
the mix. Yeah.
right.
And then we got a droid person in our family now, Dr. Leah, another
Yeah.
droid.
It's a
Happy.
sad
Yeah.
day.
Come on
Yeah.
over. Don't
Sad
cross
day.
over.
Oh,
Well, I have
Don't do
both.
something to say
I do
about
have
that.
both, but I love
But
my
don't you like the
droid.
droid better? I'm just
Yes.
I
saying.
do. I do.
We
I
heard
can't
her.
with
It's a
the
whole camera
iPhone
that happens to
business.
be a phone. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Okay, let me say something right quick. So I was signing up people for the COVID testing on site at our regional conference last week. Those iPhones couldn't even get through the sign up. I had to do everybody on my phone. So I was like,
on your droid.
all y'all with these
Was it that
iPhones.
that S21
I
Ultra,
don't
Leah?
believe that. I
No,
don't
it ain't
believe
even.
that.
It's a Note 10, and it's
Hmm.
still
Girl, I
kicking.
upgraded to the S21 Ultra. This thing is
Mm-mm.
phenomenal.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I don't think
All
we're on
right.
topic.
All right.
Sylvia, man.
Now, if it was an iPhone topic, she'd be all on
We
it.
could dip it into something with some sexting and some other stuff.
Okay,
Ooh.
let's talk
What you
about.
gonna dip the droid in, Dr. Brandy? What you dipping the droid in?
How does the sexting work? Is it better on the iPhone or better on the droid?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh,
And
do
do
y'all
you-
even have FaceTime?
we have
got
duo.
video.
We have
We
the
got
option for video calls.
Okay.
Yeah.
The option for video calls.
Look,
Got
We
I
do.
don't want to be explicit tonight. I'm about
Oh,
to
you-
cuss. We got video. Oh,
Yeah, for virtual appointments, but it's not.
oh my! Let me
it's
tell
not
Oh
like
you.
wow.
FaceTime.
Oh
Let me
wow.
tell you
Don't try to
Okay.
send a
I have
picture.
every video option there is.
Pixelated.
Girl, bye.
Pixelated.
Moving right
Anyway,
along.
Let me tell you, the
Anyway,
only thing
what-
that's pixelated if I have a video from Joy that I try to text to
Only
an
thing that's
iPhone. I
pitexilated
can use
is
every other
Oh,
platform. My
Rihanna
pixels
on the
are
back
very
of your
limited.
how about no those
You all
those
can't handle our
iPhone
capabilities.
those iPhone pics come all
I'm about to
fuzzy.
mute y'all.
No, you're
You
not.
will not.
No, you're not. Them iPhone pics be fuzzy. Videos
Y'all's
be
pictures
broken
are
up.
Y'all
funny.
can't handle
Fuzzy.
our camera capabilities.
Mm-mm.
I'll
Nope.
give, y'all got the camera. I'll give you that. I'll give
Thank
you
you.
That's
But we
all I
gonna
need.
duo. But
That's
we gonna
it.
duo. That's what we gonna do. We gonna duo.
that. Duo? That's another app, right? For video. Oh,
It's
It
right in.
actually is
It's
attached
it's
to our
tied to your
phone.
phone now.
Oh.
It's
It is
tied to
embedded
the
in
our
text
phone.
and
Is that in
everything.
China? Where's
But
that from?
Sylvia,
No.
She's mad now. Don't get her mad. Don't do that.
Okay, we are so
Right.
off topic. So, Dr.
Yeah, I
Brandy,
have changed the
did
title
you-
to Talking with Dr. Brandy.
do you have anything to add to the Gardasil conversation we were stumbling through?
Right.
No. Definitely the age range has been extended up to the age of 45. But even before the FDA was like, oh yeah, women 45, I was already telling my patients, like, look here, let's have a conversation. And
Mhm.
are you sexually active? What's going on?
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, it's not dangerous. I think
Yeah.
you should get it anyway and pay out of pocket for it. So I had, just in terms of the preventative aspect of it, because we know all the things that you listed, cervical cancer is the main thing that we talk about, but the oral pharyngeal cancers, mouth, throat, tongue, even like I went to the dentist and they have a test now where they will look in your mouth for any lesions for HPV.
Oh
And
wow.
so, even the dentists are on top of it in terms of let's make sure that we're not missing any kind of cancers that are coming up if anybody's doing anything. So, definitely, if you're 45 and under and you haven't gotten it, go ahead and get it. Even if you've had HPV in the past, it still is helpful because now, like you said, they are covering. I think the last one I heard about was nanovalent. So there were 9 different types, but it may have been extended to
Okay.
11
I
different
might have embellished.
subtypes. But it helps,
Per
like it
usual.
helps to
It is
cover every
Gardasil 9.
more of the types, the high
Yes.
risk types that are responsible for the changes that can lead to cancer. So
I'm
if you're
so
under
glad
that
you
age, go
said
ahead and get
that,
it.
Dr.
Hmm.
Brandy. Someone, I was telling someone about my experience, and they actually asked me that same question. They were like, "Well, I think I've had HPV. I had an abnormal Pap smear, and blah blah blah. So can I get it?" And I was like, "That's a good question because I didn't, at the time I didn't
Hmm.
know. So I'm glad you said that."
Yeah, no, you can.
Okay.
That's why we
Because
have a
usually, if you've had HPV, you've only had one type of the high
exactly.
risk
Mm-hmm.
type.
Mm-hmm.
So getting the coverage of the others is helpful.
Makes perfect sense.
I
Hmm.
love it.
Yep.
So
So
we
let's.
want go ahead.
Oh no, you just go ahead. You got something to
No,
say?
I just love that she's about safety and pleasure. That's all I was gonna say.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I
Oh
want to get
yeah.
to the
As we
pleasure
all
part.
should be.
Yes, I want to
Right.
get to the pleasure part. Thanks. Get on with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
everybody is not concerned about women's pleasure, so that's
Let me
why.
tell you.
But they are. Tell them, Dr. Brandy, but the majority
Yeah,
are.
let me tell you. No, they are not. That's the problem. And that's
What?
why I
Thank
do
you.
what I
That's why
do.
she's needed.
That's the iPhone
Yeah.
over
That's
here
why I
that
do
said
what I
that.
do.
Am
The
I the
iPhone was
anomaly?
correct
I
in her
mean,
statement.
Mhm.
we're going to get
So
into
yeah.
that. Don't worry about it.
Girl, question one. I'm fooling with you tonight. So, Dr. Brandy, tell us about your experience of I guess your journey through school, why you decided to become an OBGYN. Just give us a little background information.
Okay. Well, I wanted to be a doctor from probably age 10, and I I love science. I love figuring out how things work. Um, and so I knew when I once I got to school and college and all that stuff, I was like, all right, I'm pre med. I'm going this route. I'm going to be a doctor. And as I was looking at different specialties, I actually thought I was going to be a pediatrician because my pediatrician was so great. It was an African American woman,
I want
just
to be.
phenomenal. And I was like,
Mhm.
I want to be like her. So I was going in and I was going to be a pediatrician. And when I got to medical school and got on the wards, I was like, ooh, no, not the sick babies. I can't
Yeah.
do it. So then I was like, well, I like women's health. Okay, maybe I'll do that. But
Mhm.
then I was like, but the hours though, like these babies come in weird hours.
Right.
Like I like my sleep. I don't know. But then once I looked into, okay, it was like, well, I can do family. And if I do family, then I can do an OB part because I really love delivering the babies and all that stuff. I can do OB fellowship and deliver the babies. And then they were like, well, you got to live in like Timbuktu to be able
Mhm.
to do it. Otherwise, you're going to get pushed out of the way by the OBGYNs. I was like, well, I'm a city girl. I grew up in Los Angeles. I can't go to the rural places. I can't do it. Um, but ultimately, what ended up being the deciding factor was that with the OBGYN stuff and the women's health stuff, even after I finished studying for like a test or whatever, I was still in the books trying to learn more stuff. And I was like, I really love this. Like I'm still trying to learn this and that and the other, despite all of that. I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to do it. Because if
Mhm.
I love it and this is where I'm drawn to, I'm just gonna have to do it.
Right.
So that's how I got into being an OBGYN.
And we always say follow your passion because if you do something you love, it's not really like work. It's like you're
Mm-hmm.
living
Exactly.
your passion.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So now let's transition then. Now you're an OBGYN. How do you change that narrative to where we're calling you, Dr. Feelgood? How do you know, how is that different from, my typical OBGYN?
Yeah. Well, that actually started even way before medical school, in terms of my own struggles with low libido. Um, it was just, it was a rough time. I got married, I had a young child. I had tried come out of residency, started a private practice. So I was just like running around like crazy and couldn't figure out why it was that I didn't want to have sex. And of course, my husband was like, "Excuse me, hi, what's going on here?" And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sleepy. Like all I want to do is sleep. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me. I'm over here,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it was just such a devastation to the relationship where sex was just not on the table. Or if it was okay, well, kind of hurry up, let's get through this so I can go do something else.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm
I
sure he
tried
was like,
reading.
wait a minute.
Right, he was like, what did I get married for? I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand. So, I'm trying to figure this out because I'm like, okay, I know this is not right, and yet I still don't feel like I want to do this. I'm reading books, looking at different things on the internet, doing all this research, even going to my own, board, like the American College of OBGYNs. They were having different conferences and they would have certain conversations about low sex drive and all that in women, but there really wasn't any concrete answers to how to fix it and how to make it better. And it was like, okay, well, you need a new partner, or you need to put some excitement in and all these other things, but they didn't last. Nothing was of durable lasting power. And I was just frustrated. So I started, digging deeper to figure out, okay, what is sex really about? And why is it that it's such a struggle for women? And ultimately, what I found was, we're overworked, we're super busy, we're giving everything of ourselves to other people and not giving that same love and attention and care to ourselves. And so at the end of the day, we don't have the energy, we don't have it in our batteries to give to ourselves. But even deeper than that is just this thought that we are not worthy of pleasure. We're not deserving of pleasure. If we are, desiring sex or wanting sex, then we're not the good girl. We're looking at our bodies and how they're changing. And we're like, well, who's going to love this? Who's going to want to, enjoy this or even have pleasure with this? And so there's all these beliefs and thoughts and really myths and miseducation about what sex is, what sex isn't. And so as I was learning different practices and different things to help transform my sex life, I was in my practice with patients who were coming in who were the same age as me, because at the time I was in my late 20s. And, they were coming in and like, "Doc, can you check my hormones? I think I'm in menopause." And it's like, okay, well, why do you think that?
Mm-hmm.
And we would go through, the questions, and they would say, we would ultimately come down to the point of, well, I don't want to have sex anymore. And it's like, okay, well, let's talk about some things. So I would give them, some of the practices that I learned, and I'm like, okay, do this, do this, do this. Come back and let me know how it went. And they would come back and they would be like, "Dr. Brandye, like, you don't know how much this has transformed my life. Thank you so much." And it was those times where I was just super excited and happy to be in the space that I was in, to have these conversations and to be able to help other people's relationships, really. And, ultimately it didn't help mine, but I was still working to help other women so that they didn't have to go through the hell that I went through. And that's
Wow.
how I became Dr. Feelgood.
Dr. Feelgood.
Wow. I bet you are. Before we started the show, Dr. Brandye was just telling us how busy she's been. And after that story and knowing how you've helped women, I'm sure the word is out. So I'm sure you're staying busy, especially during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's been, at home.
She's
At
still
home.
Yeah,
calling it that. No.
At home.
I'm just saying, it's the panoramic over here. So, yeah.
See, see that you sounded like an iPhone owner. Um, So I have a question that we got from somewhere, and the question is the G
From
spot
Somewhere.
From
is the
her.
Why,
G
why it can't be your question?
it's not my question.
Oh, okay.
Is the G spot real?
Of course it
The
is.
short answer is yes. The G spot is real. Yes. There has been a lot of debate about it and whether or not it exists. Um, Ultimately, my understanding is that it does exist. It's an area that is inside the vagina. It's on the front wall that's closer to the bladder, and it's about maybe about 2 centimeters in or an inch inside the vagina. You can feel it because it's a different texture than the surrounding tissues. Um, it is more pronounced when you are aroused, so you can feel it a little bit better because it does become engorged with blood and swells up a little bit. So it's almost like a little ridge that's inside of the vagina. But yeah, it's real.
I heard they got 3 spots in there.
There are several spots.
Uh-huh.
There's at least 10 spots on your body that you can stimulate for orgasm.
But in there.
Yeah, what inside there's the G spot, there's the A spot,
A
the
spot.
cervical spot, the K spot.
I've
those
never
are all
heard it.
inside.
Somebody else gave it another letter, but you call it, is that the real letter, K spot?
Yeah. it's
What
the
do
K
these
spot,
things stand
yes.
for? Like G and K?
I don't even like A stands for anterior.
Okay, I heard the A
Oh.
spot. I
Yeah.
found my A spot. Yes.
Yeah, the K
You
spot,
found
I
it?
don't even
It's
know.
been found?
Do I find the A spot? Yes.
How do you know it was the A spot and not the G spot?
Right.
Because I found a lot of spots.
It was different. It was just different.
It was anterior.
It's deeper. It's deeper
it was
inside.
anterior.
Dig deeper.
And you said, I know that's a spot.
That's the A spot.
Mhm.
That's it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Continue. K
Yeah.
spot. What's down?
Yeah, the K spot, I don't know why they came up with the K spot. Probably because the P spot was already taken, but that's on the outside.
I
That's
swear.
on the perineum.
I heard that one. I heard
Yeah.
that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's
Y'all
the
know
U
another
spot.
super friend named a whole spot, a whole nother letter.
Yeah. There's the U spot, which is what is the spot
Wait,
that usually is
LMNOP?
involved with. Yeah, right.
Wait,
The
Right.
I
U
didn't hear
spot.
what you said.
We need
What
to
is
put
the
this
U
in the
spot?
chat. The U spot.
Yeah.
What is the U
So
spot?
the U spot is right by the urethra.
Mhm.
Which is where the
Child.
urine comes out. And that is actually the spot that gets stimulated for women who squirt.
So
Oh,
let's talk about squirting.
wait a
Let's do that.
minute.
Mhm.
Who
But she
questioned
brought
it?
it up. She brought it up.
That's Dr. Leah's question.
Well,
That's Dr. Leah's.
she brought
Was
it
that
up.
my question?
She
Yes.
brought it
Let
up.
me. Let
Go
me.
ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead then.
Okay. What is squirting? And I mean, is
Is it just pee?
No.
No, it's not.
no?
It's not just pee. No. So there are some glands that are on the sides of the urethra. They're called the Skene's glands. And they actually produce a little bit of fluid. And so that's what's actually coming out when you are squirting.
Do have all your patients said they squirt? Do most women
No.
squirt?
No.
So is it? I mean, is it normal to squirt? Is it normal not to squirt? Like,
I don't think it's normal or not normal. I think we really
skill.
had no idea that it was even a possibility.
It's a whole skill.
It is.
I heard it's
A
mental.
whole
I
skill.
heard it's mental.
Well, any orgasm is mental.
Okay.
I'll just say that. Because your biggest sex organ is your brain. So any orgasm is mental. Specifically for women, though, we actually have to feel safe and comfortable. And there are parts of our brain that we either have to turn down or shut off to be able to relax enough to actually have an orgasm. So it's definitely mental.
In a way, an orgasm can be related to a health benefit. Is squirting related to a health benefit?
Well, orgasms do have health benefits. Yes, they have quite a few. They can lower blood pressure, decrease stress. If you have migraine headaches, they can help with migraine headaches. Um, they are
I'm curious.
wonderful,
Okay, thank you.
right, at lifting your mood. They burn calories. They help you to feel closer to your
I need
partner
to
if
be
you're
skinny
having
for this summer.
partnered sex.
Y'all know who I'm about to come
Oh,
on.
oh Lord.
Get ready.
Right. So yeah, so they are very much important for our overall well-being. And then they have those specific things that they can help you with.
So we stopped at the U spot. Any other
Hmm.
spots we need to know?
Oh,
That,
girl,
that was
yes.
related to the U spot. I
He
just
said,
need
girl,
to
yes.
Brain.
go back to the spots.
Yeah. So like the brain is, like I said, is your biggest sex organ. You can have orgasms just from fantasies and thinking. It's called a mental orgasm. You can have an orgasm from kissing. You can have the lips on your face. Um,
Well,
you
I
can
mean the
have,
other ones too.
right, the other ones too, but I want to make the distinction
Okay,
because there's some stuff
distinction.
above the waist and there's some stuff below the waist. So yeah, so the lips on your face, your breasts and your nipples are also can be stimulated for orgasm. And then we talked about, well, we didn't talk about the clitoris yet. The clitoris, she's the queen of the genital region.
Queen C.
Um,
If
yeah,
I saw a post on Instagram that said if you don't use it, you can lose it. Essentially, with the clitoris. Like,
not with the clitoris. It is more so talking about the vaginal tissues and the caliber of the vaginal tissues. Because if you're not regularly using them, whether it's with a partner or with an accessory, a toy, then the tissues over time can get a little bit smaller. There are some conditions that can actually make that worse, like lichen sclerosis. That happens down in the vaginal area too. But yeah, especially after menopause, when you don't have estrogen floating around, kind of keeping the tissues moisturized and stretchy and elastic, that can get a little bit worse.
So that means that if you haven't, um, it would be painful once you start to become active again. If you hadn't been
It
active in a
can
while.
be. It can be.
Mm-hmm.
So in that situation, what do you suggest? Just
Oh,
lubrication.
Um, well, first thing I suggest is just lots of foreplay. It takes women a good 12 to 15 minutes of foreplay in order for the whole experience to be considered pleasurable and to be good, right? And for you to be able to orgasm, like you got to warm up to things. Definitely, I would start slowly and maybe start with manual stimulation first and see how that goes. If there is significant pain, sometimes I'll recommend vaginal dilators for a patient to use. And of course, you're using those with lubricants, either a water based lubricant or a silicone based lubricant or hybrid, because they have those too.
so do you see a
And just
lot of
go
women?
slowly.
What's I guess the age range of your patients, and I may be just a little off script here, but um, the age range. Would you say you see a lot of women with increased libido once they hit their 40s, or is there a certain age range where you are seeing not necessarily just
Mhm.
menopause, but them coming in with certain patterns of either increased libido or decreased libido?
Mostly I see women who are coming with decreased libido, and the age range is really broad.
Mm.
It's anywhere from the 20s to all the way up to, women who are in their 60s and 70s, and they're like, what is going on? I need some help.
Mhm.
And I think to the point that you were raising, Dr. Leah, with your nurse practitioner, who specifically was asking questions about your sex life and all of that. I make it a point to ask the women who are coming in for their annual exams and stuff, like, hey, are you enjoying your sex life? Do you have any questions about it? So that we can address it and get to the bottom of it. And some women are like, whatever, I'm not supposed to want it at this age. I'm too old to be having sex. And it's like, no, you're really not. You're really not. You can have sex all the way up to your 80s. I've had patients who in their 80s are having sex and having a good time. Yes.
You stuff was going around the nursing homes because
right. That's a whole other conversation, Lord, because they don't know that they need to be using contraception and using condoms and stuff, and they getting STDs or STIs and passing it around. Yeah, it's crazy.
A lot. Outbreak.
Yeah.
I digress.
Thank you for that. And I keep getting out my head. Thank you. No, the nursing homes are not lit. No.
Well. After dark.
Yes. It's a public health issue, but
so what do you say for I'm going back to the age range of 40 plus because that's our age range. Have you seen an influx of women though that actually have an increased libido by the time they hit their late 30s, early 40s? I mean, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. Good Lord.
Yeah, because this is generally the time that it happens. And it's less of a physiologic response, is more of, I think, a mental attitude. Is once you hit your 40s, you're like, look, this is my life and I'm going to live it and I'm going to have a good time. I know what feels good. I know what I want. And so it
a child getting older, they need less.
Right. I got time to think about
got a little time.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
No, it hit home what you were saying earlier about, the child and work and different things. I know, like, after I had Jalen, that's when last time I was in a relationship, and it was just like that. First of all, I don't want to get pregnant again. Second of all, I'm working 2 jobs, so it's just like you said, I'm tired. I don't want to do nothing. Leave me alone. Get on my face, that type of stuff. Yeah. So, but now, hey,
Leah ready to get back in the street.
Ready to jump back in. It's good.
Which is exciting news. I don't think you should have been out the game all these years anyway. So
why is it exciting news?
You're ready to get out the streets.
You gonna
live vicariously through you.
Courtney will grab somebody and grab your hand and be like,
"Come get in these streets with me."
No, Sylvia gonna get in the streets with you.
That's what I'm talking to y'all. That's what. Come get in these streets with me.
I'm trying to get pregnant, so.
Oh shit! I mean, can't have you slowing me down.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, pregnancy will make some things liven up. I'll say it that way. It'll make some things happen just from being pregnant. Those hormones do a number.
She can still pee pop on a handstand.
Okay. I'll right. Before I start showing. How about that? We'll hang out before I start showing.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the first thing that I teach the women I work with when I'm coaching them as my clients is that it's about how you are approaching sex, because a lot of times it's I'm doing it because my partner wants to do it. That's why they're coming to me. They're like, I want sex again because my partner wants sex and I need to be able to supply that. We're in a monogamous relationship and I don't want them to go to another person or to porn or any of the things. And so it starts with this shift in mindset about, okay, hey, listen, yeah, your partner wants all that stuff, but at the end of the day, sex is for you too. It's for your pleasure. It's what you need as well. If you are shutting that part of your yourself down, you're actually shutting down a part of who you are as a woman. And it affects your creativity, it affects your ability to problem solve. I think it was maybe a year and a half ago, there was an article that came out that said women who were having great sex and great orgasms were seen in the office, in the workspace, as being better leaders.
Oh
And
my
so they were getting
goodness.
promoted, they were, having greater success in the workplace because they were having great sex. So it's
I've been
not
promoted so
just
many times, I
frivolous
don't know what to
things.
say.
Thank you, Dwight.
All right. I like it. I like it. So yeah, so it's not frivolous. It can actually have some, well, it does have some real world implications, but also, we just think about relationship wise, but it has some implications with your money, with your pocketbook. So it's not just, oh, well, it's that thing that I got to give to my partner. No, it's something that's valuable for you too.
Hey,
I love it.
awesome.
Do your orgasms change with time? Like, is it just related to in the moment factors, or is there like a change? Are they less, I don't know, potent?
Powerful,
Intense.
Yeah,
intense.
powerful. That's
Yeah.
the word.
Hmm.
As you get older.
They can change. And well, I'll preface it
Get
to
better.
say, I'll preface it to say that every woman can have different kinds of orgasms and different types, like literally same spot you're stimulating, same type of stimulation, same everything. And one time it'll feel one way and another time it'll feel another way. And that's just across the board. But as you get older, and especially if you have medical conditions that affect the blood vessels that go to the genital area, um, it can result in kind of a decrease in intensity of the orgasms, or it can take you longer to get there. So you need more stimulation. So in general, just being healthy. So making sure that you're exercising, you're eating, lean meats, lots of vegetables, making sure that you are just taking care of yourself in general helps to make sure that your orgasms stay as intense as you want them to be. Um, Again, the use it or lose it factor also plays a part, because if you're regularly getting stimulation and getting orgasms, it's easier for you to maintain that as you get older. And then if you're not experiencing orgasms like you want, you should go see your doctor because it can be a sign that something else is going on. There are certain things that you can do to help. They have different lubricants and things that you can use. There's an oil, an arousal oil that I recommend to some of my perimenopausal and menopausal patients called Zestra, which has a bunch of things in there meant to increase blood flow to the area. But essentially, if you can increase the blood flow, that helps to increase sensation at that spot where you apply it. And then it's easier for you to experience pleasure and to have an orgasm.
Zestra's on Amazon.
Zestra's
Just
Did
letting
everywhere.
you
y'all
just
know.
look it up?
I
Hmm.
did.
She ready.
She getting the list together.
Getting a list.
So
Making my list and checking it twice.
You can be naughty and nice. It's okay.
You better come on,
hey,
Dr. Randy. She fit
I
in
love
so
it.
well.
This conversation has been so enlightening, and I feel like you're doing a lot of great work for a lot of people, saving marriages, saving women. You know,
Making them
what
feel good.
exactly?
Hmm.
So, what does Doctor Feel Good do to feel good? No, what do you do for self-care?
She reworded that real quick.
Could have went so many ways.
Right. Why you all up in my business like that?
Exactly. That's why I didn't. Yeah, I cut it off.
Oh goodness!
Right.
Thank you.
Well, a lot now because I've been super busy just being an OBGYN, is sleeping and taking lots of naps so I can rejuvenate myself. I've been doing a practice that I recommend to my clients called a sensual shower. And I do that probably most nights. I I have LED candles. So I have those in the bathroom. I have my Bluetooth speaker and I'll put on, depending on how I feel, I might put on some Kim or some Tank or whatever and just enjoy the water hitting my body, the smell of my body wash, just being in that environment and just really tapping into the five senses. Because that's one of the things that I find that women, especially if they're not able to orgasm, when they're in the moment of having sex, they're really not in it. They are maybe a day, some hours to a day ahead, thinking about what they need to do. All right, I got to take this kid over here. I got to go to this doctor's appointment. I got to do this at the office and da 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 da. So they're not even present in the moment. And so just practicing even in that, being in the moment and just enjoying the whole experience of taking a shower. So that's probably the thing that I'm doing the most and on a regular basis.
It's the little things. Sleep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a candlelit shower, so it's dark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big shower person.
I'm all about the dark showers with music. Like I love that.
I feel like I would trip. But
no, you should know your house.
Coordinated.
Put enough candles in there so you can see.
Okay.
You gotta have
actually
enough
have like the dim light.
And I have my glasses off too. I'll have to wear my contacts.
She done made it. She done made it so non-sensual at this point.
Forget it. That ain't.
Are we gonna find something else for you to do, Dr. Sylvia?
Right. Thank you, Dr. Brandye.
I'm glad that there are options.
She's the one that's gonna set it up and then
that's a little scary.
Right.
Yes, trip on the toilet.
No.
She's gonna light the candles and just catch the rug.
We don't need you going to the hospital.
That's like
trying to have this sensual shower. No.
One of my doctor friends was like, "Oh, I make my own wax to wax my legs," and she told me how to do it. I burnt myself. I was like, "Y'all."
Of course you did. Don't do that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Leave that to the professionals. I can't.
Why?
She made it seem so easy.
Why?
I was like, okay.
Why?
I know how to follow directions. I'm a pharmacist, but anyway. And I sent her a picture of my burnt knee.
Oh no.
Well, you couldn't do that one.
Now that's the one time I wish I did have an Android so she could see like how bad it was.
So no sensual showers and no
you always bring it back to that
for Dr. Sylvia.
I didn't like how y'all ganged up on me.
Girl, nobody.
Oh Lord.
You.
We were extolling.
No, don't worry about it. Because when she has iPhone people on here, she do the same thing. I ain't studying her. We gonna have our night.
We gonna have our moment.
Do you talk about your patients feeling validated with people that they're in relationship with? Kind of like how important that is. Because right now, Dr. Courtney and Dr. Lee are not validating or honoring the relationship that we're in. And I think that's
validate you and honor
you, in any relationship.
It's not my fault.
Lord.
Worked with me who you was trying to wax it.
And you can't take no shower in the dark. So I can't be vulnerable and share a story in front of
you. Oh no.
It's so dramatic with the arms raised. Anyway, Dr. Brandye, what is next for you?
So what's next is I am launching a group coaching program that is it's part self-study course a little bit because I have a mini course that I put together called The Secret to Amazing Orgasms. But this group coaching has a live kind of Q&A session, and there's these worksheets that I give so that women are able to dig deeper into kind of the stories that they're telling themselves about sex and uncovering those. looking at where in their lives they are not honoring their desire for pleasure and kind of pushing it or stuffing it to the side, working out how to maximize your pleasure, the things that you can do to really make it a better experience for you when you are having sex, how to be able to even have a conversation with your partner about what it is that you want or don't want, and just giving a certain level of confidence and empowerment so that you are able to say yes and say no, and it not be about, well, I'm doing this because I'm worried that the relationship is going to fall apart. You get to be able to say, yes, I'm doing this because I want to do it because it feels good, as opposed to no, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. And then just creating a community and a sisterhood, really, of women who are all going through the same thing, and they can help to support each other and push each other forward in reaching literally your best sex life ever. Because I think now a lot of women are having sex, but they're not necessarily having the best sex that they could have, because there's so much that they don't know.
And that's a waste. That's a
Mm-hmm. It
I'm
really
sorry.
is.
It's
It
practice.
is.
It's
It's a
practice.
whole waste.
Like you practicing and not like okay, enjoying it. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I
Yeah.
think there's
I'm
something to be
offended.
said about learning your
Well,
partner.
there's something to be said about learning for sure. But if you are operating under misinformation, then you're practicing the wrong things. So you're reinforcing the wrong things.
Mm,
Hello.
mm,
The practice should be fun too. Just saying.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. The
And
group
even
coaching.
if it doesn't feel good, if you're with a partner who is on board with you, it'll be funny at the least, and you'll have something to laugh about, and it will create more intimacy between the two of you.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna
Do,
laugh.
do you have those moments, Dr. Courtney? Do you laugh together?
It
Yeah.
must be a long time ago.
I was about to say still.
No, a long time ago. Like, what you doing? Get off me.
So if something
They
doesn't
doing it
feel
not,
right.
good,
not
like
swat him away.
if something
Not the
doesn't
SWAT.
feel good, should you stop it right away, or should you like count to 5 and see if it changes?
I ain't
Like
got time to count.
Bye.
It ain't time.
Goodbye.
No, Sylvia. No, ain't nobody counting. Ain't
She's
got
so
time to count.
nice.
I'm asking,
It's like
doctor,
One
did you call
Mississippi.
me
grab
lame?
his head and
Two
Did you say I was
Mississippi.
lame?
Three
Okay.
Mississippi.
ain't nobody got
Four
time to
So
count.
it
Mississippi.
Dr.
Sylvia.
depends.
Brandy, thank you.
Five.
Yeah, it depends. If it's
Sylvia, if you
something,
count, I'm gonna come in there and slap you. Don't.
child. So it depends. It depends.
She muted you.
She muted you. Oh, she muted you. Oh, that's horrible.
Let me
No,
unmute
but
you.
it
Oh, I
Thank
really
can't.
does
you.
depend.
Okay.
It really depends. So
Mhm.
if it's something that's hurting and you're like, oh my God, yeah, then definitely stop
Definitely.
right away.
Yeah.
If it is just not feeling pleasurable to you, um, one, yes, kind of give it a moment. You can count to 5, but you're not just doing the counting. You are kind of taking a pause and saying, okay, what do I need right now?
Mm.
Like, what would make this feel good to me? What do I need? And then either non-verbally let your
Move your
partner know,
body.
right, or move their body to
Move
where
their
you need it
body.
to be. Or verbally say, that doesn't feel so great. How about we try this?
I like
In
the
that
second
way.
part of that. That's a good
Oh, the
transition
part
right
where
there.
she said
Right.
You
count to
don't
5.
no,
No.
nobody's counting.
She
I'm sorry,
endorsed
Dr.
that.
Brandy. You
She's
said
an
we
For
can count,
you.
expert.
but
For
Mm-hmm.
you.
for me, it's more like, oh, let's try this. You have to say it in a
Mm-hmm.
way where it's not offensive, but okay,
Exactly.
I think I'm gonna like it like this a little bit more if we do it
Mm-hmm.
like this. Don't
Right.
embarrass your partner, Dr. Sylvia. They gonna walk out on you. Like, don't do
Whoa,
that.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't count to 5. Okay.
I'm counting it. If I need to use this technique, I'm asking because I'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Don't look like
Anyway, I'm not. Y'all trying to.
tell me you're gonna be in the
Anyway,
moment like
I'm not
right?
embarrassing anybody. I'm not embarrassing anybody. So let's just put that out there. Period.
We'll teach you how to do it subtle. Be real subtle.
I don't need to be
Yeah.
taught that. I was asking
Okay.
for our audience, sweetheart.
Okay, got
We
it.
Gucci over here.
Got it.
So Dr. Brandye, thank you so much for
This has been very enlightening. This is an
I
extension
Good.
of Love You Weary. I hope y'all got something out of this to continue the love and
know.
for
yeah.
women's health and heightening women's health. Yes.
Thank you for
Yes.
being
And
our super
pleasure.
friend tonight. We definitely
Thank you for
enjoyed
having me.
you. This conversation has been great. I think that our friends have learned a lot. We've learned a lot. We are having
Mhm.
fun. That's what we're all about.
Good.
Health, friends, and fun.
And your
I
passion
love it.
truly shines through. And we're so glad that we were finally able to get you on the show. She's in high demand, y'all. Like I said, we've been trying to get her on for a while, and tonight was the night, and you did not disappoint.
No.
And
Thank you.
we
Thank
can't
Not at
you.
wait to
all.
hear more about your group coaching because we know we'll be getting these DMs and passing your information along. How can
Okay.
our friends get in touch with you, Dr. Brandye?
Well, just to set up a strategy session, you can go to drbrandyeobgyn.com and get on my calendar and let's talk. Let's teach you. Let's see where we can help you get to your best sex life ever.
To the best sex life ever. Cheers to the best sex life
I know,
ever.
right? I didn't bring a
That's
beverage,
right.
but that is something
Right?
to cheers to.
There
It
you
is
go.
I got a
cheers.
cup,
Yeah.
but I don't have anything else. So.
I'll drink for you.
Okay. Well,
That's all right.
again, we will be back in 2 weeks, right?
Mhm.
Not next
Spring
Wednesday, but
break.
yes. And
Going
then
to
we
spring break.
are, after our break, we'll be back. And don't forget us on April 9th. You guys, please come to Atlanta. For those who are listening, for our event, April 9th, is going to be a lot of fun. The Chocolate Brunch After Dark. And we'll talk about a lot of after dark topics. So,
And the tickets are live.
Yeah, so I'll put the link in the comment section of this video so you can click on it and buy. And I don't know, maybe we should play the last chocolate brunch next week while we're off. What do y'all think?
yeah, let's do a recap so they know what's in store for the Chocolate Brunch After Dark.
We had a great
Absolutely.
time. So yeah.
Lots of fun. All right. Don't forget to check us out on Freely TV as well on Thursday night,
Channel 100,
channel
10
100.
p.m. Eastern.
Are we buying coffees? We buying coffees.
Yes,
Anybody buying
still,
coffees?
buyyourcoffee.com// 3 Friends Talk. Whatever that is. Is it a forward?
Can't never get right.
I'm gonna mute your mic again. Yeah, if you'd love to support the show, we'd always love you to buy us a coffee. 3 Friends Talk / is that. Anyway.
Until
Bye,
next
friends.
time.
Bye,
Thanks
friends.
again,
Bye,
Dr.
friends.
Thank you,
Brandye.
Dr. Brandye.
Bye. Thank you.